Guys, the England's under-17 side, unlike the men's side, can actually hold their bottle and they're through to the final, I believe, at this moment in time. They obviously won 3-1 today against Brazil. It was a good game, to be honest. As you guys know how much I love Brazil and Brazilian youngsters and anything to do with Brazil. Obviously, I'm not a big fan of the senior team, but when it comes to the youngsters and youth development, I'm all for it. So it's a match made in heaven. So yeah, place in the final for both sides. It's a chance for England at youth level to get into the finals of the Euros. The under-20s done their thing. They won Toulon. The under-21s did okay. So yeah, there's a chance to continue that and show how strong the English pipeline in regards to the youngsters is. So yeah, man. We knew what was to expect, what was to expect, and we needed to get the job done to get to the final. And we've come so close without our star man in Jadon Sancho. Need to do our thing. First 10 minutes, I'd say both sides was pretty scrappy. It was kind of open. But I don't want to say it was open. It was scrappy. I was seeing a lot of fouls. The technique and the final ball weren't really there. There was chances for both sides, and it was England who took the chance to, in the first 10 minutes. To be honest, I believe it's the 9th minute. Poor defending from Brazil, schoolboy defending for one. Then the players are not engaging. Two centre halves have no clue where Brewster is, and they're both camped deep into their own half. They should be the two centre halves should be the reality, pushing the fullbacks and everybody out and saying get out of the box, because this is what happens. You play people one side. It's a lovely cross from, I believe, Hudson-Odoi. Gibbs White did well to keep it fighting, but he puts a lovely ball in. Brewster gets in between them again. Like I just said, they have no clue. He really should be finishing it first time. He doesn't. He taps it in. And it's 1-0, and it's 1-0, and it's job done so far, and you need to carry on. That being said, Brazil in the first half had they had numerous chances. I believe Lincoln had a couple chances. Alisson had a couple chances. Paulinho had numerous chances. There's I forgot his name, man. It begins with an L or something. One next striker should have had chances as well. Vital and Lincoln missing tap-ins in the 14th minute. There was chances there for England to score. Added to that, Latibodia had to put in one lovely challenge to deny one Brazilian Donny. Personally, it was a good challenge, but just as a word of advice, senior game, you got to be smarter in them challenges, because if some players make a meal of that, anticipate the challenge, they're going down, and that's a pen, to be honest with you. But other than that, we're doing our thing. Oh, and to be honest, I think I can't say his name, Gulli. I'm a big fan of him throughout the whole competition, but he's a young boy at left back. He was playing a lot of people on side, and that's where Brazil were having a lot of chances, to be honest. So it did look like Brazil weren't done. England were having chances. Foden was lively throughout the whole game. Josh was doing his thing. Yeah, we had players balling out. Odoi, excellent movement, getting into pockets. We were doing our thing, but it did look like anytime Brazil broke, they could get something, and they did. Wesley, a good right back. I was impressed, man. It was a lovely 1-2 to start the move. He follows his man. Latibodia could do a lot better. He eventually puts it in. He reacts first. The keeper spills it as well initially. It was poor from the young England keeper. He'll learn from that. So yeah, it's 1-1 at this. It's 1-1 Brazil, 1-1 England at this point. 29th minute, that's his name, Brainer, whatever his name is. The guy that begins with a B that I said earlier. He missed the tap in again for Brazil. Like, Brazil could have put this game to bed. England could have, but Brazil could have definitely got something out of this game today. And when I saw their players crying at full time, I can understand why. Because they really didn't. They really should, like, there's some games like this where it goes against you, ref or whatever, controversial decisions. But they have themselves to blame, man. 38th minute again, poor marking from Brazil. It's a link up thing. I think at this moment, I think this is when Thingy taps in the second. You know, it's a lovely bit of play between Sessegnon and Foden. They're involved in the link up. Brewster puts it in and he gets his second, and it's 2-1 at this point. And England looked like they could score more, but so do Brazil. Like, it was probably one of the most exciting games, to be honest with you. On paper and at incidences, it might not have looked, but I was impressed with both sides. Maybe not defending defensively, but the triangles, the passion of play, passages of play. Sorry, the way both sides were getting forward, especially Paulinho. I'm a big fan of them. A couple Brazilians today. I think Josh McCracken, I keep calling him Josh. George McCracken, like his younger brother, he was decent today as well. Again, because Foden's the midfield man and the midfield general, he's obviously going to get the praise. But equally, along with Foden, Josh was excellent today as well. And so I thought Latibodia again, very good game. So yeah, man. Second half, like I said, it's 2-1. It's 2-1 England at this point. You're thinking, okay, they can go on and win it. But I'll be fair. By the first 10 minutes of that second half, Brazil kicked into life and woke up properly. And it did, for me, it looked like they were dominating the game. They were having the chances. Their midfielders, Allen and all them players were dancing through the middle, picking out passes. They brought on Yuri something, the young Brazilian that's being looked by Man United and Arsenal. They brought him on. He was making things happen. Paulinho and Lincoln again missing tappings. It looked like there was chances to be had. 65th minute, he went close as well. Lincoln, he went close, and then we obviously got the third goal. I believe it was Foden played it into Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe, lovely ball in, tapping, easiest goal he'll score, and it's back-to-back hat-tricks for Brewster. It's 3-1 at this point, and it's game done. Yeah, man, we did what we needed to do. Finally managed the game out if we look at it, because England have conceded 2 goals or so if we go back to the previous games. I'm happy that England managed out the game. They didn't lose the second half. They played well. Like I said, they managed out the game. They were confident. And going against Brazil, people had these guys tipped along with Spain and England, to be fair, to win it. So they knocked out a challenger. So I can't have nothing but praise. I was impressed with Brewster. Obviously, he got his hat-trick. The movement's insane. Hudson-Odoi, I believe his movement again. Latibeaudiere is probably the star man for me. If not Foden, in regards to the attacking sense, it's Foden. It weren't really a game for individuals. At this point, it's about getting the job done. It's not about who plays well or who plays crap. It's just about getting the job done and bringing the cup home to England. It's been a fantastic tournament, man. I believe the last game, I can't remember what countries played, but there was 60-odd thousand. That's amazing, man. India has so much potential in regards to football. Like, it's got one of the most growing economies, one of the most people are there. So yeah, man, whatever clubs, whether that be Bayern Munich, Manchester United, who both clubs made no secret of trying to break into that market. Whatever clubs go there or whatever competitions go there, it's an untapped market. But back to the game, happy with the England boys. Man of the match has obviously got Rhian Brewster. He's got a hat-trick. If it's not him, probably Latibeaudiere or Phil Foden, to be honest with you, because he was picking the string. I don't think it was Foden's best game, but the people will write the headlines and do what they want to do. Did what we was expected to do. It's 3-1, final time. It's just about getting the job done. But yeah, guys, Deluded Gooner, I'm signing out. There's really not much more to be said. England 3, Brazil 1. The under-17s are in the final.